It is 6 a.m. You wake up, look in the mirror, and gear up for a grueling, sweaty workout to finally get rid of that stubborn belly fat. But right before you tie your shoes, you reach for a banana, a piece of toast, or a quick protein bar. Why do you do this? Because countless fitness trainers and internet articles have brainwashed you with one absolute rule. You have to eat to fuel your fat burn, or else your body will eat your hard-earned muscle. But what if I told you that innocent pre-workout snack is actually an invisible padlock, locking away your belly fat vault for good? You think you are fueling your body, but the truth is, you are giving your system a direct command to stop burning fat entirely. Have you ever wondered why two people can suffer on the treadmill for the exact same hour? Yet one gets a leaner waistline, while your visceral fat, that silent killer, just will not budge. The secret is not how hard you train. It is the exact hormonal state your body is in the moment you start sweating. Today, we are diving deep into your biological clock. We are going to expose the hidden science behind fasted training and show you the exact biological signals your body uses to flip the switch and turn your belly fat into pure energy. To understand why that pre-workout snack is sabotaging your fat loss, you have to look at one specific, incredibly powerful hormone: insulin. Whenever you eat anything containing carbohydrates or protein, even just half of that innocent banana we talked about earlier, your pancreas immediately releases a wave of insulin into your bloodstream. Most people know insulin as the key that opens your cells to clear sugar out of your blood. That is its day job. But insulin has a dark side, a second job that almost no one talks about. Insulin is the ultimate fat storage hormone. The second insulin spikes, it broadcasts a loud chemical message to your entire body. It says, "Energy is abundant right now. Lock the fat cells tight and only burn the food we just ate." This is not just a theory. A landmark study published in 2017 by the University of Bath proved this exact mechanism. Scientists found that people who exercised in a completely fasted state experienced a massive surge in the genes responsible for breaking down fat inside their adipose tissue, compared to those who ate a meal before working out. Think of your body like a biological seesaw. When you sleep and fast overnight for 10 to 12 hours, your insulin levels slowly drop down to their absolute baseline. And here is the golden rule of human metabolism. Only when insulin is at rock bottom can the other side of the seesaw rise. Only then does your body finally release the 4 crucial fat-burning signals we are about to uncover. Signal number 1: the energy illusion and the awakening of glucagon. Imagine taking those first few strides on the treadmill or lifting that first weight with a completely empty stomach. Your body immediately panics. It frantically looks around for the quick energy it usually gets from your morning meal. But there is nothing there, because there is zero glucose coming in from food, and the stored sugar in your liver and muscles, known as glycogen, has been heavily drained after a long night of sleep. Your body has to make an emergency pivot. Your pancreas, realizing that insulin is nowhere to be found, releases its ultimate rival, a hormone called glucagon. Glucagon is the hero of our story. It acts as an emergency siren, activating a highly specialized enzyme known as hormone-sensitive lipase, or HSL for short. Think of HSL as a master skeleton key. It travels directly to the deep, stubborn, visceral fat wrapping around your organs. It forcefully unlocks those locked cells and breaks down the stored fat molecules, the triglycerides, shattering them into free fatty acids. These free fatty acids are then flooded into your bloodstream to be burned as pure, high-octane fuel. By simply withholding food, you have created a powerful biological illusion. You have backed your metabolism into a corner, leaving it with absolutely no other choice but to eat your own belly fat just to survive. Signal number 2. The adrenaline storm and the activation of AMPK. Picture this. You are about 15 to 20 minutes into your workout. Your heart rate is climbing. The sweat is starting to pour. But instead of feeling exhausted, a massive, unexpected surge of energy floods your brain. This is not a second wind. This is a deliberate biological adrenaline storm. Because you are exercising on an empty stomach, you are introducing a powerful positive stress to your body. In response, your adrenal glands dump a massive payload of adrenaline and noradrenaline directly into your system. And here is the fascinating part about these specific hormones. They have an absolute obsession with the receptors located on your most stubborn belly fat cells. They lock on, and they pull the trigger to release even more stored energy. At the exact same time, deep inside your cells, a local energy crisis is happening. The sudden drop in cellular fuel flips on your ultimate survival switch, an enzyme known as AMPK. Think of AMPK as the commanding general of your metabolism. When activated, it orders your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your cells, to go into absolute overdrive. Under the command of AMPK, your mitochondria start incinerating those newly released fatty acids at lightning speed. This dual action is exactly why Zone 2 cardio, like a brisk walk or a steady bike ride, is the undisputed king of fasted fat loss. At this moderate intensity, your body is incredibly efficient at using that stubborn fat as its primary fuel source. But what about high-intensity interval training, or HIIT? While HIIT creates an incredible afterburn effect, you should only attempt it fasted if your body is fully adapted to training without food. If you push too hard, too soon, you risk spiking cortisol, the negative stress hormone. And if cortisol goes too high, it can completely backfire, forcing your body to hold on to fat instead of burning it. Signal number 3. The human growth hormone explosion and the ultimate muscle shield. But wait, I know exactly what you are thinking right now. You are thinking, if I exercise on an empty stomach, will I not burn away all my hard-earned muscle? Let me be very clear. That is the single biggest lie ever sold to you by the sports supplement industry. To understand why, we need to look back at human evolution. Your body was meticulously designed over millions of years to survive periods of extreme famine. Think about our ancestors for a moment. If they lost their muscle mass and grew physically weak every time they were hungry, they would have never had the strength to hunt for their next meal. Our entire species would have gone extinct. So, what does your body actually do when you combine a fasted state with the physical stress of a workout? It deploys its ultimate biological defense mechanism. Your pituitary gland releases a massive surge of human growth hormone, commonly known as HGH. The science on this is absolutely mind-blowing. Clinical studies have shown that during prolonged fasting, your HGH levels do not just rise a little bit. They can skyrocket by 1,300 to 2,000%. This incredible hormone acts as an unbreakable steel shield around your muscle tissue. It completely shuts down catabolism, which is the biological breakdown of muscle. And remember those free fatty acids we unlocked with glucagon and adrenaline just a few minutes ago? HGH steps in and forces your system to exclusively use those fatty acids as its only fuel source. You are not losing your muscle. You are locking it down, preserving it, and forcing your body to feed strictly on your belly fat. Signal number 4. Autophagy and the ultimate cellular reset. We have talked about burning fat and protecting your muscle. But there is one final, almost magical process that happens when you train on an empty stomach. It is not just about weight loss. It is about deep biological regeneration. It is a process called autophagy. Think of autophagy as a microscopic, highly aggressive garbage disposal system built directly into your DNA. When you combine the severe nutrient deprivation of a fast with the heavy energy expenditure of a workout, you place your body under an intense, dual pressure. This specific combination pushes autophagy into absolute overdrive. Your healthy cells literally go on a hunting mission. They actively seek out and devour the old, weak, and damaged cells. They sweep up faulty proteins and clear out toxic cellular debris floating around in your system. But why does this deep microscopic clean matter for your waistline? Because a cell that is choked with metabolic garbage becomes stubborn. It becomes completely deaf to your fat-burning hormones. If your receptors are clogged, all that glucagon and adrenaline we just talked about cannot do their job properly. By triggering autophagy, you are essentially scrubbing your metabolic receptors clean. You are rebooting your entire metabolism so it can burn that stubborn belly fat smoothly and efficiently. But here is the most critical warning of this entire video. This magnificent cellular reset is incredibly fragile. If you take even one single sip of a sugary sports drink, or take one small bite of a pre-workout snack, your blood sugar instantly shifts. Insulin wakes up, and the very second insulin enters the chat, this incredible anti-aging, fat-burning cleanup process is instantly and completely shut down. But all of this fascinating biology is completely useless if you do not know how to actually apply it to your daily life. It is time to turn theory into reality. If you want to finally destroy that stubborn visceral fat, set your alarm clock and follow this exact protocol. Welcome to the Metabologic Timeline. 6 a.m. The hydration reset. You just woke up. You have not had a drop of water in 8 hours. Do not even think about food yet. Instead, drink 500 milliliters of water mixed with a quarter teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Why salt? Remember how we talked about keeping insulin at rock bottom? When insulin drops, your kidneys naturally flush out a massive amount of water and sodium. This salt water is not for taste. It is biological electricity. It instantly replenishes your electrolytes, stabilizes your blood pressure, prevents that morning dizziness, and creates the perfect neural signaling environment for your muscles to work. 10 a.m. The adrenaline kick. Make yourself a cup of pure black coffee or green tea, and open a window to let the morning sunlight hit your eyes. The absolute rule here is 0 sugar, 0 milk, and 0 honey. We talked about that adrenaline storm earlier. Caffeine is the ultimate amplifier for that storm. It rips open the receptors on your belly fat cells, accelerating the release of those free fatty acids into your bloodstream. 6:30 a.m. Flipping the fat burn switch. It is time to move. If you are a beginner, go for a brisk walk or a light bike ride. Stay in that moderate zone 2 heart rate for 30 to 45 minutes. This is where your mitochondria calmly use that unlocked fat for fuel. But if your body is already adapted to fasting, this is the time to lift heavy weights or do 15 minutes of intense interval training. You are going to squeeze your fat cells dry. 7:15 a.m. The afterburn extension. Your workout is over. This is the exact moment where 90% of people make a massive mistake. They run straight to the kitchen to eat. Do not do it. Wait 1 to 2 more hours. Right now, your human growth hormone and adrenaline levels are at their absolute peak. Your body has entered a state called AMPK, which stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. This means your internal furnace is still roaring. You are literally incinerating fat at top speed while you are sitting down, resting, or taking a shower. Do not interrupt this magic. 9 a.m. the builder meal. Now, it is finally time to break your fast. But you must be strategic. Prioritize high-quality protein like eggs, fish, or meat, along with healthy fats like avocados or olive oil, and plenty of fiber. Do not ruin your hard work with a massive plate of refined carbohydrates. By limiting carbs in this first meal, you prevent a harsh insulin spike. You keep the insulin wave gentle, which allows your body to continue burning fat for hours, long after your workout is a memory. Losing belly fat is not a violent war against your own biology. It is not about starving yourself to the brink of exhaustion or punishing yourself for hours on a treadmill. It is simply about learning how to cooperate with the powerful hormones already flowing inside of you. When you finally throw away that pre-workout snack, you are not stripping away your strength. You are handing the power back to your body. A power granted by millions of years of human evolution. The ability to tap into your most abundant, almost infinite energy reserve. Your belly fat. Remember this one golden rule. If you constantly give your body fuel from the outside, it will never have a reason to look inside. I want to hear your story. What do you normally eat before you work out? Or have you already experienced the power of fasted training? Leave a comment down below and tell me your age, where you are watching from, and what your experience has been. I read the comments, and I will personally answer your questions about this morning protocol. If this video changed the way you look at your metabolism, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Do not miss our next video where we continue to decode the hidden biology of your body, helping you understand the true science so you can finally master your health. I will see you in the next one.